Hi, I'm a Korean migrant living in overseas. I am representing urgent voices from the worldwide patriotic compatriots who are deeply concerned about our motherland's current political situation. The purpose of this YouTube this time is to deliver our compelling message concerning the unprecedented mass scale of the election frauds that have taken place during the parliamentary election on 15 April 2020 in South Korea. The key point of this YouTube presentation is that the national election was deliberately rigged extensively by the Moon Jae-in government, especially in the pre-poll voting. Therefore, we would like you to direct your attention to the allegation that we make. Ultimately, we would like you to cooperate with our effort within your capacity by combining your voices to open hearing in the National Assembly and the UN if necessary. We feel very sorry for the fact that it is difficult for us to explain all the cases of fraudulent voting on this YouTube. However, let us briefly elaborate on our grounds for claiming the allegation regarding the election fraud and the key events that are currently happening both at the national and international levels. Firstly, nationally by now, mounting evidence of the various types of fraud have been presented and reported by some key politicians from the opposition party, such as Mr. Min Kyung-wook and some prominent YouTubers such as Dr. Gong Byung-ho and Dr. Lee Bong-gyu. Liberal citizens have already completed our petition regarding the historically absurd election fraud and submitted this to the White House for review. We strongly believe that very clear substantial evidence have been put forward from various sources to date, and they are sufficient enough for the prosecutors embarking on the investigations. Internationally, the scientific facts and evidence have been fully supported by several international mathematicians, statisticians, and scholars skilled in this area. For example, Dr. Walter Mebane, a professor at the University of Michigan, is one of the experts in this area regarding the election frauds. He has recently investigated the allegation and reported on this 4 times. In his report, he strongly suggests that the Korea 2020 legislative election data was artificially manipulated, in particular in the pre-poll, and these fraudulent cases take top position compared to other previous world election fraud cases. He came to conclusion in his 3rd report that the suspicious picture is reinforced. Now, public opinion about his claim in the US have been circulated by several newspapers and mass media in the US, and this is beginning to receive attention of the media spotlight internationally. A key alarming allegation is that all the election frauds in South Korea this time were carried out with the heavy involvement of Chinese Koreans and clandestine agreements between key government officials in charge of the election and some programmer from Chinese Communist Party. The interference of the Chinese Communist Party is of particular concern, as Mr. Min has recently disclosed the secret passwords follow the party forever, hidden in a computer servers decrypted by a whistleblower. Strong skepticism has been presented in that the fraud occurred by a combination of digital technology connected to a QR code attached in the software computer servers and hardware electronic calculators. The QR code is linked to hardware equipment which is subject to being hacked from the outside. According to the confirmed sources, the various types of vote manipulation took place to favor the candidates for the ruling party resulted in putting the candidates of the opposition party in a disadvantageous position. Despite these serious allegations and the situation that have been identified, the very bizarre things happening in our country, on the other hand, is that the ruling party, the Moon government, and National Election Commission kept silence about the reports. As a result, not too many citizens are fully aware of the scale and gravity of this incident. This may be mainly because the mainstream of media in South Korea is strictly controlled by the Moon government. The main media and press reporters are all scrutinized by the incumbent government. Approximately 950 lawyers and 24 candidates from the opposition party have already requested National Election Commission to keep evidence for the cross-checking of ballot papers and holding onto the polling booths and main servers. However, we are afraid that the National Election Commission appears not to be fully cooperative and is rather attempting to destroy or hide hard facts of the evidence. What is deplorable is that Mr. Min has been accused of stealing the invalid ballot papers that were presented as convincing evidence of their illegal voting activities. Given all political ramification and dilemma we are in, we would like you to be vigilant about political situation and this alarming degree of election fraud in South Korea. While liberal citizens are outraged about preposterous result and the extent of the fraud allegation, we would like you within your capacity to support our effort to nullify the election. We believe that this fraud is the foremost important issue that needs to be clarified and resolved with transparency. As a citizen, we have the right to be vocal to clear allegations without being suppressed and muted. Otherwise, South Korea is on the verge of embracing red communism and will face a very dire future in terms of remaining a free democracy. We will send official letter separately to you soon. Detailed descriptions and references on the instances of the frauds are included in the letter. We fervently wish the UN, United States, and its allies to save South Korea once more by supporting our endeavors to have these fraud cases investigated by the prosecutors and indict those responsible for these instances of fraud. May God protect South Korea and bless our blood-held ally, the USA. Thank you for your listening to my YouTube, despite your hectic schedule exacerbated by the coronavirus.